Hey everybody, let's talk Utah. A couple weeks ago, it was announced that there were some trademark disputes going on with the name Utah Yeti or Utah Yetis, okay? I did not report on it at the time. I was waiting just for a little bit more information. I thought that it would get resolved, and it didn't. The cooler cup drink brand Yeti declined both names, Yeti and Yetis, in the trademark filings, which is extremely unfortunate. So my thoughts on that is, yes, I won't be buying any Yeti cooler products because honestly, I love the name. I thought it was perfect for the brand. And obviously the fans did too because it was voted for overwhelmingly, and that's why they were trying to go with it. So that is unfortunately not going to be the name moving forward. I don't agree with it, but I'm a nobody, so it doesn't really matter what I say. So we move on. Utah has to pivot, which is unfortunate. We're pretty late in the game now. I think this really could have been resolved probably 5 months ago. I don't understand why it's taking so long. I know it's a new team. I know it was rushed because Arizona moved on and stuff, but still, this is taking way longer than it should. We should have an established brand by now, and not only an established brand, but logos, jerseys, everything. Right now, we just have some ideas and some templates because the trademarks have to be filed again for these new teams. And by teams, I mean the three options that we're going to discuss, because those three options were voted on by the people of Utah at the games. They were given three name options. Option number one was the Utah Mammoth. Option number two was the Utah Wasatch, I think it was called. And option number three was, I believe, Utah Hockey Club. So based on the voting, nobody wanted Wasatch at all, like not even close. So they very quickly pivoted and they pulled that and they put in Utah Outlaws. So that's the three options right now: Mammoth, Outlaws, and Hockey Club. And then they came out with some images of the jerseys and the potential logos, and that kind of got leaked a couple of days ago. So I want to just go over that and bring up the image. I'll bring it up now, and we can kind of discuss and really see what's the best option for Utah moving forward. And just to note, this image here has come from sportslogos.net. Great site if you're looking for any logos from any league, from any sport. Fantastic site, so definitely go check it out. Credit is deserved for this image. Wonderful site. Bookmark it. So let's start off from left to right, okay? Let's go Utah Mammoth. So we can see the logo kind of a bit blurry down below, and I think it's been kind of fixed here on the jersey to be a little bit more apparent because the leaked image was a little bit blurry. So we've got the regular same jersey. I mean, that's not really changed. And then we have this mammoth-looking logo. I mean, it looks, I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. It's very, I guess, predictable. I would maybe want to see something just a little bit more unique, maybe some Utah aspects in there. Right now, it's just a mammoth logo. I really like when teams incorporate their location, whether it's a state outline, a province outline, flag, something, just something to say where it's from. So maybe we could throw something in there, have a little sneaky little shape in there or something. But yeah, it's a fine logo. It's a fine name. It's not my favorite. It's never going to be my favorite, but it's definitely, I think, the best option of these three. Number two is the Utah Outlaws. So that logo is the most generic looking EA Sports NHL game logo that I've ever seen. If you look up on Google Images, Outlaws Sports logo, you'll see 150 logos that look almost identical to that. Some are looking this way, some are looking this way, some are looking face on, some have the shoulder. It is the most generic Outlaws logo ever. I really am disappointed that they put that on there. I don't understand how they would not have the forward thinking to understand that and to realize that people are going to have that opinion, because I've seen that opinion lots. I'm not in the minority there, which I'm thankful for. But that is not a well-received logo. And I would assume that a team like that, with the ownership that it has and understands brand recognition and brand creation from previous ventures in the sports world, would maybe have a team in place that would recognize that. So really disappointed in that decision to go with that specific logo. I'm fine with the name. The Utah Outlaws is, that's fine. However, don't like the logo. I know these are just like little teasers and these are just little templates just to give a little bit of a, an impression on fans as to what kind of direction that they would like. But you got to have a team in place that's going to put something out that's unique, because that is the furthest thing from unique. The next one, Utah Hockey Club. Hate the name, always will. Know lots of people who love the name. So it's very loved, it's very hated by lots of people. I'm not going to have an argument with you on whether it's an okay name or not. I personally just think that name belongs to hockey teams in Europe. It's a very European thing to do. And I just don't like it's just off brand for the NHL. So I just don't think it fits in the NHL ecosystem, I guess, in terms of naming convention. I love the logo though. Like whatever's going on there, that's essentially the Yeti or Yeti's logo with some mountains in the background. Like that's an incredible logo. I actually really like that. I think that is a total winner. That would be one of the coolest logos in the NHL. Could use a little bit more depth maybe, but I like the aggression in the face. I will say that I'm a little disappointed in the announcement as well that they're thinking about keeping the jerseys pretty much exactly the same, and also the colors. I think that's a wrong decision. I don't mind this template. I don't mind the generic striping and stuff, but I mean, it's a bit yawn, isn't it? Like, there's so much black in the NHL. There's so much blue in the NHL, plus white. Let's get a little life in there or something. Throw some, I don't know, throw some purple in there. Throw a little bit of orange in there. Some like orange, blue, and black. I think that would look really good. Just something unique again. Right now, it's just looking incredibly generic. All three of these jerseys, and really all three of the logos, look like something that I could create in the NHL EA games. Additionally, I've seen better branding from people who have submitted concepts to this channel. So like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? How do we have people in the community who are, regardless if they're professional graphic designers, amateur graphic designers, beginners, I don't really care. How is it that we're having people in the community come up with better branding and team names and logos than the actual team themselves? It's incredibly frustrating. It really is. And I know it's stupid. It's just a team name. It's just a logo. It is what it is. But this is the biggest first step for the team. This is what they're going to be known as for the next potentially 100 years if they do well. So like if you're going to do it right. And I'd rather them take an entire other year and just keep what they have now. Utah Hockey Club with the same jersey, with the same logo, with the Utah on there. Keep it for another year. If that means getting something epic and incredible and a year and a half from now or whatever it is, sign me up. Totally on board for that. I still think it's taking too long as it is. So I'm complaining that it's taking too long already. But on the other side of the coin, I want them to get it right. So I really, at the end of the day, don't really care how long it's going to take them, as long as they do the right thing. I don't think any of these are the right thing or the best thing. The Utah Mammoth, in my eyes, is the best option of the three. I don't think it's the best option overall. As an example, I'm going to show you just like some 5 random examples from a contest that I did a year ago, even before that the Utah team was announced. It was just like a contest where there were rumors that Arizona was going to, disband it or move or whatever. So I decided to create a contest because there's rumors at the time that they'd go to Utah. Never in the moment didn't really know that would actually happen. But I've received probably 20 or 30 concepts outside of the contest since then that I could show you. And maybe I should show you, but I'm just going to show you the top 5 from that contest a year ago before we even saw the current team branding. So this is one that came first, actually. It was the Salt Lake City Scorpions. That was the branding, the logo, the colors, incredibly unique. So black and orange, yeah, we have that, Philadelphia Flyers. But there's 2 shades of orange here. We've got almost like a sandy orange and then a deep, almost rich rust orange. And then the dark black, I think that looks pretty good. And then the logo as well, that's pretty cool. And then this next one, this is the Utah Yeti. Obviously, we can't use that name, but look at the jersey. Purple, blue, black, white. There you go. Like, awesome color combination. It would be incredibly popular in the NHL. No other team wears purple outside of specialty jerseys like this. I know there's the LA Kings as well who use purple, but the logo is amazing. You could still, like, if you're going to use that logo and present that logo to us of the Yeti with the mountains in the background with the head and still call the team the Hockey Club, then you can use this one as well. I'm not saying that the one that they gave us is bad. I complimented it before. It's pretty good, but I also like this. There's a hockey element in it. The Yeti has the mountains in the background. He's holding a stick. That's pretty cool. And the one on the left that's not on the jersey has some text in there too. So that's a great option. Now, this next one, Salt Lake Stingers. So you've got colors from the St. Louis Blues, the Buffalo Sabres, but it's still a good look. It's a cool jersey, and it's a cool brand. Stingers, that's not a bad name. It's not my favorite, but it's still pretty good. I don't know if it's better than Mammoth, but I do think it's better than Outlaws, and I do think it's better than Hockey Club. So there's an option for you. And this one, Salt Lake Pioneers, going with green as the primary color. We only have, 2 teams in the NHL that prioritize green, Dallas and I guess Minnesota. So you've got a logo there with a unique name. Not a huge fan of the logo, but Pioneers, it's an okay name for a sports team for sure. And let's move on to another one, Salt Lake Celestials. Again, pretty cool colors here, purple and almost a teal with a black and maybe a bit of a risky jersey, I guess, and maybe a bit of a risky logo as well. But the name Celestials, again, not my favorite, but still kind of cool. So I have 2 questions for you. Question number 1, is anything that I just showed you, the 5, better than any of these? Not all of them, but better than any of these. If the answer is yes, the Utah club has failed. Question 2, have you seen anything out there in the wild, whether it's on Reddit, Discord, Twitter, I don't care, of someone else coming up with branding in the community that has been better than any of the one of these? If the answer is yes, Utah has failed us. In my opinion, both of my answers are yes to that question, because I think that the Salt Lake City Scorpions, the Utah Yeti, the Salt Lake Stingers, the Pioneers, and the Celestials are all better than what they gave us, specifically the one that says Hockey Club. Just the name, okay? Just the name, just the Hockey Club. I really don't like that name. But more importantly, I've also seen other designs in the community, whether it's concepts that people have submitted recently or things that people haven't submitted, and I've just seen them on Reddit or Twitter or whatever. They've been really good, like really good. So and my answer is, again, yes to that. So I think that the Utah Hockey Club has failed their fans in a way. I really don't think that these are the best 3 options. Utah Mammoth, I think, should definitely be in the top 3, but I think the other 2 should be replaced with something else. I think the Utah Mammoth logo and name are completely viable, not my favorite, but viable, and should be voted on and should be a top contender. But the other 2, I completely think they should be replaced. Keep the Yeti logo that's on there for the Utah Hockey Club, but pick a different name. I don't care what it is. And then the Utah Outlaws, pick a different logo for sure, or a different name. I don't know. I just think there's so many better options out there. So I get really excited about this stuff because I like design and jerseys and colors and logos and all that stuff. Like, that's my thing. I like it. I love it. So when I see a team come out in the NHL, which is pretty rare, I want to see what the Vegas Golden Knights did. Pretty unique, pretty cool. I want to see what the Seattle Kraken did. Very unique, very cool. So this is just a bit of a letdown. Our standards are pretty high right now after going through Vegas and after going through Seattle and those branding releases. Vegas, the name, it wasn't very popular when it first came out. There was definitely some question marks, but no doubt they had nice jerseys. Now the name's grown on us. It would be weird if they were called anything else. But yeah, I'm just I'm a little concerned for the direction of Utah, both for team name, logo, and I guess also maybe the jersey too. So yeah, I'm curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you were going to choose any of the 3, what would you choose? I would personally choose Mammoth, but more importantly, let me know if you've seen anything else out there in the wild that you prefer, a different name, a different logo, different branding. Do they call it the Coyotes? Like, do they just do that? Can they do that, like, legally? I don't know. But yeah, very curious to hear your thoughts on this. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me for this conversation, and looking forward to your responses down below in the comment section. We'll talk to you guys very soon on the channel. Adios.